What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today, let's move this camera a little bit. Today, we are going to be going over our squad. So lads, tomorrow we are going to be playing against the YouTuber denverstruck in a wager in NBA 2K21 my team. Is it going to be a wager for a lot of money? Probably not. We are going to be playing two games. We are going to be playing one on my server, one on his server. Obviously, the video on my server will be uploaded on this channel. The video on his server is going to be uploaded on his, or on video on my server, on my channel, the video on his server, on his channel. But, lads, if we could hit, let's just say, if we can hit 3,000 likes on this video, we can hit 3,000. I'm setting a crazy goal because I don't really want to stream this. I'm not really that big into streaming. And also, lads, we are currently on 268,000. 450 subscribers, so we are just over 1,500 off 270k. If we could get to like 600 by the end of today, that would be absolutely insane. Because again, we have 4 days left after today. It's looking close. It is going to be extremely close whether we hit 270k by the end of the month. But anyway, now we are going to get on to our team. This is going to be the team which strikes Denver down. Denver will be struck by this team and get swept. So, Denver. Screw it. Just call it DBG. I'm trying to think of a funny, witty name, but I don't know. So, at the point guard position, I got a lot of decent players here to run at the one. But this is me. Hito Turkoglu, in my opinion, the best point guard in this game, lads. Hito freaking Turkoglu, the god, the man, the myth, the leaner. This guy is going to carry me. He's going to be my main offensive option. Base 98. Again, unreal handle. Is he as good as the guy in small forward? I think he's a little bit better, but again, you might have your preferences. Like everyone has their preferences. At the two, we have got my favorite two guard in this game, especially on next gen. My favorite two guard in the game. We're going all the way down to Galaxy Opals. We got Cliff. We got Cliff in here. Again, if you guys saw the way I played in my cheesiest squad builder, Cliff Robinson, green. One of the most underrated players in the game. This guy's God. This guy's absolutely godly. Is he going to be main offensive weapon? No. What's his job going to be? He's going to be guarding the primary ball handler. I know Denver runs through Luka Doncic. He is going to be guarding from start to finish. Cliff Robinson is guarding Luka Doncic. Cliff Robinson is guarding Luka, and the person that is going to be guarding his taco fall, the person that's going to be guarding his taco fall is going to be Danny Ferry. So Danny Ferry is basically just Hito with better defense, but he doesn't play point guard. Danny Ferry, again, he's got like 64 half badges. The problem with Danny Ferry is that, well, he literally has the least total stats of all Dark Matter power forwards because they copied and pasted him from his Galaxy Opal. But again, the Galaxy Opal was in my squad, and you might see something strange with the Galaxy Opal a little bit later. But you guys will be able to see this card right here. He's God. He is just God. Like, you will see it in the squad. Then power forward and center. Like, you're not ready. He's not going to be ready. So, because these guys can't play defense, I'm going to be putting them on his... I'm going to be putting like the Simvular on his cones. Like, we are going to be having... Like, Taco Fall is being guarded by Danny Ferry. There is 0% chance I put Simvular or my center on Danny Ferry. I'm just saying that... Or on Taco Fall. I'm just saying that right now. And Simvular... Absolute chicken man. I put 3-point Grinches on him to give him 3-point, give him sharp takeover. He's got 87 speed, which feels super high. His release is so good as well. Guy's got 54 half badges and 10 golds. He has all the key badges. I juiced him up with half handles for days, half quick for a step. Should be a demon. Then at the center, this is again a tough one because there's a lot of guys that like just missed out in the squad. Like Porzingis, I'm gonna sell him, but he just missed out in the squad. I was considering running Porzingis. Another guy that I'm shocked missed out, Bol. As much as I like Bol, it's a tough one having to leave him out of the team. It is a really tough one, but instead we're putting in Sean Bradley. Sean Bradley, 96 three-pointer, 88 mid-range, 90 driving dunk, 91 ball handle. Offensively, he's unguardable. Put speed gringes on him. He's got 47 hops. Like, I'm telling you, this guy has whatever it is, Sean Bradley has it. So, again, if you guys have not seen any of the releases on these guys, we got Hedo Turkoglu, base 98. Again, is base 98 as good on current gen as it is, or on next gen as it is on current gen? Not really, but I still love it on next gen. The more I use 98, the more I like 98 on next gen. Is it Ray Allen based? No. Like, I was considering using Juwan Howard in this team. And the thing is, though, I got 3 players on my team basically the same release. So I would be more inclined to just use base 98 on all of these guys. Then, Cliff. Cliff is one of the most underrated shooters in the game, in my opinion. One of the most underrated shooters in the game. If you can get that release down, it looks kind of awkward when you're shooting from the right-hand side of the floor. But there's only really one spot that looks awkward. Like, that looks fine. Again, I have green 4 in a row. It looks awkward shooting from the right wing. You just got to get used to that. You just got to get used to when to release it. And then, other than that, otherwise, he's one of the best defensive players in the game, if not the best defensive player in the game. As well as that, he's got the behind the back. He's 6'10 at the 2, which is the perfect height for defense. Like, again, any taller on next gen, you're going to struggle a little bit on defense. You're going to not be able to keep up with anybody. But for me, a lot of people are like, oh, his jumper is disgusting. He's chicken. He's absolutely chicken, man, for me. He is one of my favorite shooters in the game. If he's open, he's hitting every single thing for me. And as far as the 3-and-D cone goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I believe he's the best defensive player in the game. And as well as that, in my opinion, he is one of the better shooters in the game. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why would I get rid of him? Then obviously Danny Ferry. Basically the same release, Hedo Turkoglu. I prefer his upper a little bit. But again, Danny Ferry at the time was an endgame card. That Galaxy Opal is still an endgame card. Danny Ferry, absolute god. Sim Vular, one of my favorite releases in the game, this Larry release. It took me a while to get it used to it, but since I've gotten used to Sim Vular's release, he hits everything. He hits everything. When I'm looking, he hits everything. I know some people use muscle memory for releases. Me, I 100% on how a shot looks. Like, if I get a weird load-up animation, if the shot looks weird occasionally, I'm not making the shot. But yeah, he's very, very solid. And Sean Bradley, the 7'6" Curry sliding demigod. Like, crazy. Absolutely crazy. We do have to have somebody in the team just in case we're struggling with Bradley. But, man, this starting lineup offensively is going to be spectacular. Defensively, it's a bit weird because there are certain things you have to do, but I think at this stage in the game, you got to manipulate matchups anyway. So then off the bench, at the point guard position, we're going to go. This was a really, really close one because I'm still torn. This is the one position I'm still torn on. I don't know whether to run Boris Diaw or Nick Batum. I really don't know who I want to run. I'm more comfortable with Nick Batum, but I know Diaw is better. I am definitely more comfortable with Batum. This is a tough one. This is a really, really tough one. Diaw's better stats-wise. Diaw's way better badges-wise. But I'm really, really comfortable with Nick Batum. So for now, I'm going to run Diaw. I'm going to run Batum. Screw it. I'm running Batum. I'm running Batum. I'm going to keep Diaw there at the end of the bench just in case, but I'm running Batum. At the 2, no question, Luka Doncic. I don't like running Luka at the 1. Luka's playing at the 2. Batum's going to probably guard the other team's primary ball handler. I think he'll do a little bit better job guarding primary than Boris Diaw just because of his length. But Luka Doncic, he's just there to score. He's just there to score. X and base, 99 everything. He's just there to flat out score. And at the small forward off the bench, I mean, if I'm starting Danny Ferry, why would I not just play off the bench with Danny Ferry? Like, if the game's letting me use 2 Danny Ferries, I'm using 2 Danny Ferries. One of my favorite players in the game, I'm using both Danny Ferries in this lineup. Then the power forward center. Now, this was a tough one because the center is an obvious one. The center is an obvious one. It's Taco Fall. Because I like to run my bench quite a lot. I think if it gets to a really close game, Like, if we're in the fourth quarter and it's a close game, I'm probably running Taco. I'm probably running Luca instead of Cliff. I'm still running Ferry. I'm still running Hito. I'm probably running Taco, and if it's a close game, I'm actually going to be running one of my last 3 guys off the bench. But we got Wiseman in here. So James Wiseman, 93 ball, 96 mid, 98 driving dunk, 86 ball handle. Again, perfect stats, great release, Steph Curry base, 52 huffs. He's got absolutely everything. James Wiseman is just incredible in my team. He's absolutely incredible in my team. And it's crazy. This team right here costs... Luka Doncic was free. Hito, let's just say, if Hito didn't count, this team will cost 8. This car cost me 17k, 25k. Just say 40k, 50k, like 55k plus free cards. If I didn't have Hito, like this team would be 65. Would probably be like 65k. If I replace Hito bars Dio, this team would be 65k plus free cards. Like, absolutely crazy. So the last 3 guys at the bench, at the point guard, I'm going to have Bars Dio in. Just in case I'm struggling with Batum, I might run Dio, but preferably I'll have Batum in the lineup. Even though I don't know what way my lineup's going to actually look like if I switch to my bench. But then we have got a weird one. So basically, a lot of people be saying, oh, run Bol. But I don't think Bol gives you anything different than Wiseman. It's just preference. They give you the same thing. But for me, there's one big thing. And it's defensively, all of these lineups are going to struggle. Like, if I really want to lock in on defense, if I'm struggling on defense, I'm running this lineup right here. I'm running 2 big. I'm getting 2 other bigs. And one of them is going to be Bill Russell. Bill Russell has to come in. The best defensive center in the game. The best defensive center in the game on next gen is not even close. Because he's 6'10", he can actually guard people. He doesn't get blown by like Sean Bradley every single time. He can actually guard people because he's 6'10". And the last spot is a weird one. Because I don't know. Like, I'm happy with my 2 guards. I think maybe I might end up running a lineup with Luka at the 1 and a different Cone at the 2. And that's a really tough one because I don't like that many guys at the 2. And they got to be like real Cone type players. So Josh Smith is a debatable one. And there's one player that I think... It's a really close one between Josh Smith, Cam Reddish, and Terry Dishinger. Because if there was like an elite like 6'8", 6'9", 2 guard, or 6'9", 6'10", 2 guard, I would be 150% using those cards, but there's not. A lot of the 2 guards that I have really are undersized. And if I do want to run Luka at the 1 at any stage, I just need that position to be filled. So I do like Vince. I like Reggie Lewis. I like Terry Dishinger. I like Cam Reddish. I think I might go with Josh. If I'm running Luka at the 1, I just need a Cone. I think I might actually just go with... I'm just going to go Cam at the end of the bench. Again, if I had Paul George, I'd much rather Paul George. If I had like Kobe for this specific lineup, I'd put Kobe in. But Cam is probably not going to play. Bill Russell is 150% playing. Like, if I'm really struggling defensively, this is the lineup I'm running. I'm running Bill Russell at center. I'm running Ferry at the 4. I'm running Ferry at the 3. I'm running Cliff at the 2 and Heat at the 1. Or no, I'm not. No, if I'm struggling defensively, I'm not running 2 Ferries. I'm actually running, like, there's a defensive lineup and it's going to be this. Heat at the 3. Because your icons are all messed up when you run 2 of the same players. I'm not running 2 Ferries in a competitive setting. But this is going to be my lineup. If I am struggling defensively, I'm going with Batum, Cliff, Hito, Danny Ferry, and Bill Russell. If I need flat out offense, I'm going Luka, Cliff Robinson, Hito. No, I'm just going with my start. If I'm going flat out offense, I'm going with Ferry, then Luka at the 2, Hito at the 1, and then I'm still going with... Probably gonna go... No, I'm still gonna go Sim and Bradley. If I'm going all out offense, this is what the lineup's gonna be. If I'm going all out defense, we've got what we saw. But yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. So I got a bunch of lineups. We got 13 players here. I can play them in a bunch of different ways. It's gonna be a best of 3 wager anyway. Well, we're just gonna be playing 2 games. But yeah, this should be a little bit of fun. Is Denver better than me at the game? He probably is, so I may or may not win, or I may win, I may lose. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.